ammo. Putting down a fence. Fence placed. Fence in position. Playing with fences. Let's calm the storm.
Nothing like cold steel on a hot day.
Tried it.
Far enough. Jumping out here.
That zone's ours, one.
Zone B has been captured.
Super! We got the zone.
Popping smoke.
Take comfort in the fact that you are now part of something grander.
A change of power. They neutralize the zone. Planting fences. The fence is complete. I'm fencing.
Truth. They've got that zone.
Watch your frag. You'll be right.
Fence in position. The circuit is complete. Causing napta. Taking a moment to heal.
Stand back. Now some clusters firing.
Fence placed. The circuit is complete.
Deployed. Deploying a variable. Another variable for the lab rats.
Care package being delivered. Sponsored.
Must go faster! Arcstar!
They're halfway to winning.
If I had a heart, it would be racing right now.
New ratings leader appointed. Zone B has been captured. Attention! A capture bonus event is ending soon. Zone C neutralized. Zone B captured. Zone C has been captured. Attention! Delivering care package sponsored by Chevrex. Zone B neutralized. Zone B has been captured. Ratings leader eliminated. Zone B has been neutralized. Zone B captured. Zone B has been neutralized. Zone B has been captured. Zone A neutralized. Zone B has been neutralized. Zone A captured. Zone B captured. Attention, there is a new vacancy here. Apex champions. Attention, the ratings leader has been eliminated.
What is...
Virtual reality and physics can really enhance a game, or sometimes cause issues. In this video, I'm going to cover some games that are using physics in interesting ways, and I'm going to give my thoughts on these games and what works and what doesn't. Let's start with Half-Life Alyx. Valve are some of the best developers in the world because they really think about every element of the games, and they playtest a lot. This results in a VR game that uses physics to really improve the gameplay with a very high level of polish and minimal jank. Hands and objects in the game all have collisions, so you can't put your hand through walls or desks. You can pick up and interact with everything in this game. If you think you can pick it up, you can, and they've gone to great lengths to make sure that your hands interact with things in a smooth and polished way. A lot of objects and things in the world have hand poses. This is when you go to grab something, as your hand goes near it, your hand will automatically change to allow you to pick that object up smoothly, so you don't get things oddly snapping into your hand. This applies to door handles, or open up cupboard doors, as well as interacting with weapons to reload. At the start of the game, you can pick up some marker pens and draw on the glass, and it's amazing how accurate you can be. Obviously you have to draw a massive green cactus, which also looks like Hull stick. Pushing elevator door buttons can be done with a roll of paper towel or your little finger. Objects have weight, so picking up this watering can, your hand will lank down slightly. Some objects are too heavy to pick up one-handed, so if you try to pick them up, you will just drop them unless you use both hands. The game also features the best physics for the way objects move around when they are falling or if you let them go. Like this chair, which just rocks slightly before settling down to a stop. When you pick up this chair, depending on where you hold the leg will affect how heavy it feels. So if you hold it at the end of the leg, it will be harder to move than further up to the top. When Valve showcased the gameplay for the first time, there was a scene in the subway where they shoot a zombie in its weak point. This causes the head crab to fly off onto a fabricator, which then opens up, and the way the head crab moves and ragdolls around looks so organic and realistic, people thought it was scripted. It wasn't. Doors and cupboards also open and close perfectly like you would expect in real life. There's an excellent mod called Gunman Contracts, and it's really satisfying slowly opening the door, then shooting through the gap before using your gun to bang it fully open and clear the rest of the room. I would love to see a full VR game with this sort of breach and clear gameplay with this level of visuals and polish. Valve also made some compromises, so not everything is fully physics based. For example, when reloading guns you can hold the magazine and it will collide with the gun. But when you bring your hand to insert the mag, it will then finish the reload off with a snappy animation to stop any jank which can occur when it's a full-on physics reload. I didn't even notice this happening when I first played through the game because your hands are doing what you expect them to, and you're still moving your hands with the animation. They chose not to have melee because they didn't feel it felt good. They didn't like two-handed weapons and thought one-handed weapons worked best, so you only have one-handed weapons including the shotgun. Gun selection is done through a radial menu rather than a physical gun slot, and ammo is put away and picked up by reaching over your shoulder, so no matter where your body's positioned, you can always reliably change to the correct weapon and reload your gun without having to think about it or even look away from the action. Some people don't like this system, but there's no denying that it works as intended. None of this is physics based, and it shows how Valve have carefully selected which parts of the game to use physics to enhance the gameplay and which parts to leave it out. The last thing that I have to mention about Half-Life Alyx are the gravity gloves. This is so that you can pull objects to you from a distance, so you don't have to reach down to pick stuff up all the time. You use your hands to highlight the object you want to hold. World, and it's fantastic, it's in Sinners. This is a VR game that's been carefully designed to try and give you the feeling of being vulnerable and outnumbered in a post-apocalyptic zombie-filled world, and it's fantastic. Unlike Half-Life Alyx, this game has melee, and it's melee that works very well. You've got a variety of weapons in the game, some that can be used one-handed, like knives, and some that need both hands, like a fire axe or a baseball bat with barbed wire. The game has full collisions, so again you can't put your hands through anything. It has significantly less interactivity in the world. You can still pick up lots of stuff, but it's all the stuff that you want, like ammo, food or supplies you can use to craft. Weapons have weight to them, so if you're using an axe and holding it one-handed, it will lank down, and it's very unwieldy, making it almost impossible to use one-handed. Using it with two hands though, it can be used to great effect, but it still needs some skill to get the most out of it. Because you're killing zombies, to kill them you need to stab them through the brain. In fact, if you kill human NPCs and they weren't shot or stabbed in the head, they will come back to life as zombies, which is a great touch. They've created one of the most visceral and satisfying melee combat systems in any VR game. Weapons will pierce and stick in the skull of enemies, but you can't just flick your wrists. It isn't actually about the speed of movement, it's about the range of movement. So with a knife, you need to pull your hand back and really swing at it from a distance. Two-handed weapons need to be swung back over your head and then slammed down hard. They can get stuck as well, causing you to have to jerk and yank them free. It just feels incredibly satisfying when you grab a zombie by the head and then pierce its brain. Then you pull out your knife and watch the body drop to the floor. Guns also have that same feeling of weight, which can make them feel a little floaty, and I would personally prefer the gunplay to feel more like most other VR games, where things are more one-to-one with your hands. Two-handed weapons need to be used with both hands. You really have to be very deliberate with your moves and actions in this game, because if you mess up, you can quickly get into trouble. It captures the feeling of surviving very well, and you can't just run and gun your way through. You want to pick off your targets, and if you get a few zombies coming for you, then running away is usually the best option. This game also uses physical body slots for weapons, and the inventory is managed through a backpack that you pull from your left shoulder. The game also uses some interesting design decisions like having stamina, so you can't just sprint everywhere. I didn't like the sound of this at first, but after playing The Walking Dead Onslaught, you realise why it's there. Because without the stamina and the weapon handling, which uses physics to great effect, you end up with zombies that aren't a threat, and you can just play whack-a-mole with an axe. They also have some aim assist for the melee, something that most people won't realise because it's done so well. Basically, if you swing an axe or go to stab a zombie in the head, as long as you're close enough, the game pulls the weapon to make sure it hits the skull properly. It results in really satisfying kills because you were intending to stab in the skull, so it doesn't feel like the game's taking control. I'll show you what happens without it later. The game also has some climbing, like climbing up a drain pipe, and it isn't one-to-one, so you've got to move your hands and pull yourself up slowly, so you can't just rush up like your body has no weight. When you get to the top of a ledge, you simply move your hand like you're pulling yourself up, and the game will automatically put you to the top. Saints and Sinners also has doors that you can open by turning a handle and then pushing them with your hand, and they feel heavy, like they're made out of solid oak. In fact, weighty is a good way to describe this game, because they've really focused on creating a very weighty feel, with the intention of making sure that you have to play in a very specific way, you have to survive, and you have to play smartly. It's one of the best VR games out there, but it's a very specific game design for a very specific game that you won't want to see in every VR game going forward. Boneworks is a game of extremes. It puts physics into VR and it uses it for everything, including your own body. Even the official Steam page of the game describes it as an experimental physics VR adventure, and even if the developers themselves refer to it as experimental, it's certainly given me moments of feeling present in a world more than most. Because having a full body with some of the best inverse kinematics for the arms and elbows, using your hands to push open a door, physically reaching under your arm to grab a pistol, catching a robot headcrab with one hand and shooting it with the other are moments where you lose yourself, and it just feels epic. Unfortunately, it does come at the cost of some jank. Like when I tried to climb inside this air vent, I ended up with my body stuck in the floor, and it took me over 5 minutes of struggle to get out. There are smaller things as well, like the way the weapons can spring back when you manipulate them to reload. There's also some strange stuff happening with your body, like if I push against this weapon stand, my body gets pushed backwards. And when I push my hands on this desk, my body starts to move around, and I end up crouched down even though I never pressed the crouch button. It feels very odd and can make some people feel sick. You can climb in this game, which like Saints and Sinners isn't one-to-one, so when you move your hands there is a delay, and you have to move slowly and be deliberate with your movements, otherwise things can get very bouncy, which actually makes me sick after a while. I mentioned before how Half-Life Alyx finished the last part of the reload. This is because without it, you end up with situations where you miss the mag slot, and you end up having multiple goes. The guns also use forces for recoil, so when you fire a gun, the force of the bullet leaving pushes the gun back. It's not a scripted linear animation like most games, it's completely dynamic. It gives the guns a really powerful feeling to them, although when you're aiming down the sights of a fully auto assault rifle, they can bounce around, making it hard to aim. The gunplay overall is very satisfying, and it's some of the best in any VR game. They've also polished things up a lot from when it first released, so I experienced a lot less jank when I played an hour to record this footage. The melee weapons have weight for heavier stuff, so they will bounce around a little and need to be handled with both hands. There's big cement blocks in the game which you can pick up and drag with one hand, but you can lift them and carry them around with 2, but they still feel very heavy. The melee is weaker than the gunplay, and it doesn't feel as satisfying as some other games, with it sometimes feeling clunky. When I mention Saints and Sinners has aim assist, this is what happens without it. I go to swing an axe at Ford's head, miss, the axe gets stuck under his armpit, and I end up awkwardly getting it back, miss the head again, and it sticks in his neck. Here I'm trying to stick the knife in the head, like in Saints and Sinners, and it ends up going in awkwardly at an angle, and things can get funky. I know some people will prefer to have the freedom of full control, but it can result in lots of jank and clunky moments when things don't go as expected. Weapons are stored on physical inventory slots on your body, so pistols on your arms, big weapons over your shoulders, and medium-sized weapons on your lower back. This is my personal favourite weapon holster system, because it has that physicality of reaching to certain your arms, big weapons over your shoulders, and medium-sized weapons on your lower back. This is my personal favourite weapon holster system, because it has that physicality of reaching to certain parts of your body, then you press both the trigger and grip to grab. This is to make sure that you don't accidentally grab sometimes. The AI are extremely basic though. The main zombie type of enemies will just walk straight towards you, and if there's something in the way, they'll just attack it rather than walk around. They also don't like slopes and stairs, and will just fall over, sometimes killing themselves as they hit the head on the floor. They will trip over dead bodies, and they're not very challenging to fight. I'm guessing this is to do with them being physics-based objects with full collisions, although walking into things rather than around them is obviously a pathing issue that needs work. They've got another type of enemy with guns, which are on a roller ball. This is obviously to avoid issues with falling over, and they have some robotic head crabs which also get stuck on things. It's one of the main things that they need to work on for the next game, and it clearly restricts the level design as it's all flat floored with no guns in the base game, although you can add them with mods. It's worth noting that this is the only game here that's still in early access, and it's getting constant updates, but it's been released for over 3 years, and it's a very successful game that's made millions, so I think it's fair to critique it at this point. I don't really know what's happened with this game, but it feels like it's going backwards in some ways and forwards in others. Take the large hammer. I made a video a while back looking at Boneworks physics and compared their sledgehammer to Boneworks hammer, and Blade and Sorcery was leagues ahead. It felt weighty to handle with some light bounce, and the end of the hammer would lank down, and if you grabbed it from the end you couldn't even pick it up with one hand. Now it's a wobbly mess. You can pick it up with one hand, and if you just move your wrists it bounces around all over the place, and trying to use 2 hands just felt weird. Swords, axes and shields, basically smaller lighter weapons, feel fine, and the bow and arrow feels good, but heavier stuff doesn't feel anywhere near as good as it used to be. Some stuff doesn't have proper weight to it, like this big heavy picnic table which I can push up with one hand and it floats up like it's on the moon. Humans also seem way too light. You can pick them up and throw them around like they're made out of foam. I'll show more of this later. I've got really mixed feelings on this game. It used to be a sandbox only game where you went into arenas and fought waves of enemies. People love it for the power fantasy. You can use magic, and there are loads of mods of iconic weapons from other games like the gravity hammer from Halo. But sandbox make your own fun stuff isn't my thing. They've now added dungeons which are procedurally generated with a start and a finish, which I find much more fun. Making your way through these levels, sometimes having to climb up and over walls, is great, although the climbing, like with Boneworks, has to be done slowly and with purpose, and getting your body onto the top can be a big clunky mess at times. But when things go smoothly, it's great. It just always seems to be followed by a bunch of jank, like jumping across this gap and pulling someone off the ledge. Great. Watching the body flail unrealistically after a stealth kill. Jank. Decapitating your enemy with a perfect sword strike. Great. Getting into an awkward fight using an enemy as a human shield. Jank. Landing a perfect parry with a shield and then a stab to the face. Great. Spending over 2 minutes trying to stick an arrow inside a non-binary person. jank. Weapon from your hip holsters accidentally and then drop it without knowing. I think having to use the triggers and grip together when grabbing from your holsters is the way to go, like in Boneworks. I get the appeal of the game, and like I mentioned before, it allows you to live out a power fantasy, and with so many great mods including a full-on Star Wars.
So I'm gonna take a minute, start of this, just say what's up. Hope you get an AA system.
How did that come? Inevitable. Can I get?
I think I'm good. All right, Wolverine. Let me. Yo, look at this. Beast claws. It looks like a Wolverine. You know what I mean? Wolverine. Let me. I'm selling everything. I got way too much stuff on me. I have a bad habit of picking up these common weapons, but it's like they're there. And I think, oh, I'll return to the shop soon. But the problem is, the missions in this game are extremely long. I'm just going to get rid of these two. Get rid of all that. Okay. We'll keep... Gear-wise, I don't know how many gear pieces we can have at one time. This slot has a lot, but... Sell those. Trying to keep the ones that are different icons. I'm gonna sell this. Because why? Why keep everything like that? I'll get... It's like 4. Obviously, it's better, but it's not... It doesn't have all these extra perks. This only has 3. I don't know about that one. Let me sell these pants, though. Actually, I got level 4. Yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of these. I got 2 of those. I get rid of this one. 2 of these. I can get rid of this one. Think we should be fine. I think I've already... Yeah, I think I'm good there. All right. Let's see what we got. Do I want to buy this?
300 for that.
All right, so I had to go back and look, right? I played Dying Light, the first one, back in, I think part 1 was like 2014, got like early access, and then the next video was like in January, and I just kind of kept it going. Well, the crazy thing is, that was 39 videos, but that's back when I did like 10 to 15 minute videos for each part. This being, it's going to be 47 parts for this series, and I did everything like way more than that. So this is definitely a long game. I would even say it's twice the length of the first game, if not more than that. So all the likes greatly appreciated. Love you all. Let's get it.
The
blocker is working.
Time. That blocker.
We gotta hurry. Yo, let's get it, man. We don't have much time. Oh my god. Why did it throw me off the side? We don't have much time. Oh my god. Why did it throw me off the side?
Warning. Main power circuit malfunction in Block B. Emergency protocol initiated.
Veronica, I made it through the chemicals to the first dome.
Great. Now just get to the second one. Find a door, a hatch, or whatever leads underground.
Right.
Alright. Well, we're going back to the old swingaroo here. Make it! Let's go! Take all that. Thank you very much.
Veronica, found the entrance. So far, so good. But how do you know this place so well, by the way?
I was here just once, long ago. But I have a good memory.
That sounds useful.
Well, sometimes it's a curse. Really.
Imagine if there's a ton of zombies down here. And
Veronica,
there is.
I have a horde of infected here.
Shit. I hoped it would be empty by now.
Well, it isn't. Don't know if I can get through.
Use the UV flashlight on your belt. That should keep them at bay. Just don't stop, Aiden.
Okay. Can I just run for it? Not trying to do the quick stabs or anything. Okay, yeah, we're not gonna do that. We gotta run. I'm gonna die down here. I'm gonna die. Hold on. Not sure if I should just... Okay. I'm totally dead here. Yo, it actually works. Yo, I'm like doing some crazy stuff right now. I actually made that. What in the world? That was some skills, baby. Yo, I can't believe I just did it. So, I just took the UV light and it just went ballistic. Oh no. This is like a boss area, doesn't it? Well, if that's gonna be the case. Just in case. It's gonna be locked, 100%. There we go. Let's go, babe. Yeah, you burn. You just chill out. I hear them heavy footsteps or whatever that is. How's it going?
I made it. The electricity's on.
Great. The security tunnel is open. I'll try to take the elevator down to you.
Yeah, this place was quite the hive. Plenty of infected. But I got rid of them.
They were people too, Aiden. They deserve respect. Aiden? What's going on? The elevator! It stopped!
I see. I think it blew a fuse. I'm checking.
Do something! Quick! Please!
Don't worry. I'll fix it.
Please, don't leave me here!
Don't be afraid. I just need a moment.
Don't leave me! Don't leave me!
No worry, Veronica. I will save you if I can. Gotta do these things first. Hold on.
Oh my God! Please! Please let me out!
Gotta do these. No worry, Veronica. I will save you if I can. Gotta do these things first. Hold on.
Oh my God! Please! Please let me out!
Like I should be running towards her.
Fuck! Aiden! Do something! Let me out!
I'm working on it.
Can I get in the water?
Let me out!
I'm not sitting on my hands here, Veronica. Try to breathe. Slowly.
Oh, here we go.
Don't leave me! Just don't leave me here!
Shouting won't do anything except attract infected. Yeah, calm down. I won't leave you.
Yo, double lockpick after getting one right? Almost got that right first time. Look at that soundtrack! Dun, 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 dun. I like that. Oh, what in the world? Oh my, it's left, we know that. Okay, higher up. There we go. Is there a third one next to me? No power. Oh, I see it over there. Give me 1 second, hold on. I gotta check something. All right, here we go. So I need to take this and go across, looks like. Here we go. I'm assuming it's 1-to-1, right? Oh no. 29 away. I don't know if it's just a direct jump over there or what. Like, I don't know if I can get in the water at all. Let me try it. Okay, I can. Really? Okay. No, I can almost do that. Hold on, let me go back. Release it. I'm thinking best course of action here, probably jump straight down. Straight towards it. No messing around. I don't know how to maybe get it. Could I, hold on, while I'm in this, could I grapple? Did it count? I still have it, right? Okay, good. I didn't know if that would actually work or not. I thought I had to, like, disable that one first.
Power's back. You all right? Veronica, I'll meet you by the elevators.
Oh, it's over here.
Are you all right? See? Told you everything would work out.
Just get in.
always been claustrophobic?
Seriously? For over 10 years.
So what happened then?
Aiden, for God's sake, can we not talk about this right now?
The database. Where is it?
Just give me a moment. Below us.
Even farther than this?
Another 6 floors down.
This is pretty high tech.
Before the GRE, this complex was run by the military. They used it to monitor threats, rocket attacks, that sort of thing. That's why they called it the observatory. Then the virus came and that was the end.
That's quite the story.
They used to call places like this witnesses to history. Great. Dark again.
Wait, I'll try and figure something out. If we have electricity here, we could use it to power up the whole floor.
So we're gonna take A and go... Well, let me open this. Oh, come on. What? Is it? It's like it doesn't work at all. Oh. Yo, you gotta be so precise. It's my last one. If I don't get this, it's GG's. There we go. I don't know if it's worth it or not. Yeah, a little bit. Alright, where does A go to?
We need to open these doors somehow. Maybe from the other side.
Gotta be a way out there, right? Always go up! Oh no.
It's a tight fit in here.
I just want to keep opening these anytime I see them. It's gonna break. Oh! Never mind. Military med kits are crucial. So I'm glad I did that. These are just valuables. Things I keep selling to get all this other stuff. Kind of have to do it, you know? Now the A, let's see, I'm guessing it goes down this way.
Veronica, how you holding up?
Just want to get to that database and get out of here.
You're doing great. Just talk to me. Why are you really helping me? You're taking quite a risk.
Frank told me it was important to you.
And that's it.
You probably don't know much about Frank and the Night Runners. We owe him, well, everything.
Yo, let's get it. There's another one. And I got a nice level 4 helmet too. I need to put the better gear on. Just keep forgetting to. Alright, so what's the point of this room? Doesn't seem like there's anything in here. So I'm assuming... What is back here? Nothing. It's already been there. It had to be in here, right? So wait, where does that thing connect to? Oh, I see zombies over there. Hold on. Okay. Let's go back through, Yeah, we've already been everything over. Where's she at? She's over here. We need this to go. We gotta. I think I just gotta keep on looking around until I find another path I can take. There's the armory right there. Anything in this room up top? I'm just looking around each room I've been in. Nothing there. Go out in here, look up. There we go. I gotta admit, game was longer than I expected, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think the story is really, really good. I don't think it's overstaying its welcome either. I feel like every mission so far has been really, really good. I don't know what this is gonna lead to. We shall see, though. I'm tempted to, like, level up my character a little bit, because I'm worried about the end of the game being, like, level 6, and I'll still be level 4. But we shall see. Oh, my God. Gotta open this door. There's a... Where's the door at? Here we go. Okay. Nice. That was like the easiest one so far. Straight to it.
Smart move. Rerouting the circuit.
Yeah, saved my life a few times. Veronica, should we get going?
Yes. Let's get this over with and then get out of here. This way. The main computer is there. You'll finally know what happened to your sister.
She's all I have.
What about your parents?
I don't remember them. Just her. We were a good team. Without her, it's like, God, I don't know.
You don't know what?
Well, I don't really know who I am.
We're all different. Great. Dark again.
Wait, I'll try.
you.